All right, counting multiple set. Recall multiset is this thing that contains repeated elements. Um, Let there be k different types of objects. Okay, all objects of the same type are indistinguishable. There are no limitations on the number of objects of each type. Under these conditions, you need to choose um, a, a collection of n objects. Okay, and the question is how many ways can you do it? Let me repeat. So assume करें कि आपके पास bags हैं, okay? दो bags पड़े हुए हैं और यहाँ पे सारे A's पड़े हुए हैं, okay? और यहाँ पे B's पड़े हुए हैं, okay? I need to select a multiset, let's call it X, जिसके अंदर मेरे पास n elements हों. Remember, it's a multiset, okay? Not a set. Elements, okay, and these elements should come from either this guy or this bag. In दोनों bags में से आने चाहिए, okay. The question is how many multisets can I pick? अब यहाँ पे order matter नहीं करता, okay. We are counting the possible number of multisets that I can generate. और इमेजिन करें कि दोनों आपके पास जो बैग्स हैं इसमें इन्फिनिट नंबर ऑफ एज पड़े हुए हैं और यहाँ पे इन्फिनिट नंबर ऑफ बीज पड़े हुए हैं. थिंक ऑफ देम एज कूपन्स, ओके, जो लोग बच्चे कलेक्ट करते हैं, ओके. दीस आर ए कूपन्स, देयर आर बी कूपन्स, एंड मैंने लेट्स से कि एन कूपन्स पिक किए, ओके. उनमें से हो सकता है कुछ एज हो कुछ बीज हो, ओके. एंड हाउ मेनी डिफरेंट मल्टी सेट्स कैन आई गेट? So for example, if n is 2, what I can get is I can get an AA, okay? I could get a BB and I could get an AB, okay? There are only 3 possibilities for me. So order does not matter, okay? So multi-set, so order does not matter, but only the elements matter, okay? So in general, how many possibilities do I have?
सर दोनों के अंदर जितने एलिमेंट्स हैं उनको हम ऐड करके उनका फैक्टोरियल ले लेंगे तो आ नहीं जाएगा.
Oh, so again I said इन दोनों की जो कार्डिनैलिटी है वो इन्फिनिट है.
टू की पावर n
factorial over 2 factorial.
So let me go through one by one, okay. 2 raised to power n is not the answer because for n is equal to 2 the answer was 3, right? You just saw it. If n is 2, then there are and there are k bags, okay. So this is the first bag and this is the second bag, so there are k bags. The answer is 3. First of all, k should be somewhere in the answer, otherwise it does not make sense. 2 raised to power n is not equal to 3, so 3 is not the answer. So 2 raised to power n is not the answer. Who's next? I'm going to show you the answer.
N factorial over 2 factorial.
No, because the answer must contain k somewhere, okay. I'm going to show you the answer and I hope answer is on the next slide, and there is no explanation of the answer because there's an example before the answer. Should I show you the answer before I showed you the example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna show you the answer. Here's the answer, and I want a justification. Why is this the answer? The answer is n plus k minus 1, choose k minus 1. This weird, absurd looking answer for this sort of simple looking problem. Okay, so again, the problem is that you have these k bags, okay? So k different types of coupons, and there's an infinite supply of them, okay? So I don't know, whatever. Okay? And you need to collect a multiset of size n. How many different multisets can you get out of there? Okay? For n is equal to 2, k is equal to 2, we saw that the answer is equal to 3. Okay, and I hope this thing gives you that answer. This is 3, choose 1. So the answer is actually 3. Okay, this is actually the answer. So why is this the answer? Can anyone justify this answer?
सर
Okay, I'm raising the stakes a little bit. Okay, anyone who gives me an answer in next 60 seconds is going to get 2 points. Absolute 2 points. Your time has started. Is there anyone who does not understand the problem, who wants me to repeat the problem?
Yes, sir. Please repeat it one time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay, so let me find a page. देखो एक तो इमेजिन करो कि आपके पास ना infinite supply of things है. Okay, so there are infinite things of type 1. Okay, and there are infinite things of type 2. Right, and so on. Now you need to construct a multiset. Okay, let's call it X. और इसके अंदर आपके पास let's say अब हम n को 3 assume कर लेते हैं. Okay, and you can have 3 different things in here. Okay, if you can have 3 different things in here, तो फिर आपके पास एक possibility तो ये है कि आप तीनों A ले लें. Okay, all right, so let's say these are, I don't know, bananas and these are peaches or something. Okay, so you can take 3 bananas, you can take a banana and 2 peaches, and you can take, I don't know, a peach and 2 bananas, and so on. Okay, so this is the different possible combinations of multisets that you can create. Okay, and the question is, if you have infinite supplies of thing 1 and infinite supplies of thing 2, how many different combinations can you construct of size 3? Okay, the answer turns out to be n plus k minus 1, choose k minus 1. Or for this case, this is equal to, I don't know, let's keep n general. Okay, so it would be n plus 2 minus 1. I'm writing 2 minus 1 because I think it's logically more revealing than just writing 1 in here.
सर ये k क्या चीज है?
K is the number of things. Okay, so k यहाँ पे 2 different किस्म की चीजें हैं आपके पास. So possible ये भी possible है आपके पास कि C एक third type की भी चीज हो. Okay, फिर आपके पास k 3 हो जाएगा. Can someone justify this answer?
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay. If you want, I'm gonna explain this answer. Okay. But I think this is a really nice sort of puzzle. I tried solving it myself, and at some point I did it. Okay, probably I don't know, 15 years ago or something. Okay, so that's why I don't know. I would want some of you to try it yourself. You know the answer. You just need to justify why this is the answer. Why this is equal to the number of multisets that you can create um, of size n from k different copies of it. Okay. So here's the answer. So let's say this is your ultimate answer. Okay, so your answer would, sorry, this is your ultimate multi-set. Okay, this is the thing that you get after finding things. So yeah, okay. So you would have n things. Each one of them is of some type. Okay, and the number of types is equal to k. Okay. Now let's say कि मेरे पास ये ऑप्शन है कि मैं इनको ऑर्डर कर देता हूँ इस तरह कि ये जो पहली कुछ चीज़ें हैं ये सारी की सारी फर्स्ट टाइप की हैं. Okay, these are first type, type 1, and then I have things which are type 2, and then I have type 3, and so on, type k. Okay, so you see I can order them in this fashion. So far so good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to separate these types by placeholders. Okay, so I'm going to put a bar here just to give myself a separation between type 1 and type 2. Okay, I'm going to put a bar in here.
Count the bars.
Can you repeat?
And then we are going to count the bars for the separation.
Yeah. So stay with me. Okay. So I'm going to put bars between every two types. Okay. So like this. So the thing is, how many bars did I put? I put the number of types.
Yes.
Number of types minus 1 bars. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which is k minus 1. Okay. How many total things are in here, including bars?
N plus k minus 1.
Plus k minus 1.
Yeah. Turns out where you place the bars will tell you what your multiset is. Okay. So if I move this multiset one step to this to the left, I would create a different multiset जिसमें number of first type की जो things हैं वो एक कम होगी और number of type 2 की जो things होंगी वो एक ज़्यादा होंगी. Okay, so if I want to create a multiset जिसमें मेरे पास type 1 की things let's say 5 हैं, तो I would have 5 things, and then I would have a bar, and then let's say मेरे पास type 2 की जो चीज़ें हैं वो 2 हैं, so I would have 2 things, then I would have a bar, and then type 3 and so on. Okay, so the thing is ये जो मेरा sequence है, इस sequence के अंदर the placement of bar tells me what my sequence is. Okay, I can so there are 2 comments here. First comment is that every multiset जो मैं बना सकता हूँ can be represented
Okay, sir. Now I understand.
by bars and axes. Okay, ये जो भी चीज़ है मेरे पास bars और axes की, I can represent every multiset with this bars and axes. Okay, एक तो ये, और दूसरा पार्ट ये है मेरे पास कि every combination of bars and axes represents a multiset. Okay, which means that this is equivalent to the number of combinations that I can make. Okay, so the number of combinations n plus k minus 1 choose k minus 1 is equal to number of multisets I can create. Okay, so we prove it using bijection, that there is a bijection between the number of combinations of bars and x's that I can create this way and the number of multisets I can create. Okay, and by bijection we know that the size of the domain and the range must be equal. All right, let me repeat it one more time. I started with this combination, जिसमें मैंने ये कहा कि जो भी आपका मल्टी सेट होगा आई कुड राइट इट इन दिस फैशन. उसके अंदर मैं ऑर्डर कर सकता हूँ कि जो पहली टाइप की चीज़ें हैं उनको एक तरफ कर दूँ, फिर दूसरी टाइप की चीज़ें उनको एक तरफ कर दूँ, फिर तीसरी टाइप की चीज़ें उनको एक तरफ कर दूँ. ओके, अब उनके बीच में अगर मैं बार रख दूँ तो फिर मुझे किसी को ये बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी कि पहली टाइप की चीज़ें कहाँ पे ख़त्म हो रही हैं और दूसरी टाइप की कहाँ पे शुरू हो रही हैं. ओके, द बार टेल्स यू के बाउंड्री कहाँ पे है. ओके, इफ आई मूव द बार I move the size or the number of things of first type or the second type. Okay, and in other words, if I, for example, अब यहाँ पे थोड़े से एक दो ट्रिकी चीज़ें भी हैं देखने की जो शायद they are easy to miss. For example, I could place this bar in the beginning. अगर मैं बिल्कुल start में place कर दूँ तो what would it mean? It would mean कि मेरे पास type 1 की चीज़ें 0 है. Okay? मैंने टाइप 1 की चीज़ें कोई पिक ही नहीं की. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपके पास यही प्रॉब्लम था कि आपके पास यू हैव टाइप 1 में यू हैव एज, ओके, और टाइप 2 में यू हैव बीज और टाइप 3 में यू हैव सीज. ओके, एंड यू नीड टू पिक लेट्स से 3 थिंग्स. तो जो भी वो 3 चीज़ें होंगी लेट्स कॉल देम x1, x2 and x3. Okay, remember this, all of them could be A's, all of them could be B's, all of them could be C's, or they could be any combination of A's or B's or C's. Okay, if I, for example, put a bar here, I have to put 2 bars in here. Okay, if I put a bar here and let's say I put another bar right here, okay, what does it what does this combination
C.
equivalent to? Yeah, this equals to there are no A's, there are no B's, and there are all C's. Okay, so I choose CC. Okay, similarly, if I, for example, have again a bar in the beginning, and then I have x1, and then a bar, then an x2, then an x3, then I know that this is equivalent to no A's, 1 B, and 2 C. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Is anyone confused? So sort of instead of answering the question directly that how many multisets I can create, I found a different representation which is easy to count, and then I showed that the number of combinations in that representation is equal to the number of multisets that I can create. Okay, so it's sort of an indirect proof. Okay, confusions, questions? To me, this is something really, I don't know, beautiful. All right, let's have a look at the slides. I think there is some explanation here. So for example, here was your question that you go to a shop. They have 4 different types of chocolates, and you want to buy 10 bars, and how many ways you can do it? The answer is 10 minus 4 plus, 10 plus 4 minus 1.
15 factorial.
13 choose 3, I think would be the answer. So again, the thing is, जो भी आपने chocolate की bars purchase किए हैं, you put a bar between them, and this representation tells you which chocolates you pick in how much quantity. Okay. So for example, this is a representation of 5 bars from 3 different types of bars. Okay. So you put stars where your chocolate bars are going to be, and you put a bar between two different types of chocolate bars, and this represents a set of a multi-set of chocolate bars that you can buy. And the answer is 286. Again, any questions?
Sir, I have a confusion here. I understand the final formula, but I'm a bit confused about the -1. Is it that for like the different combinations and counting, there would have to be at least one?
Sure. Let me go with them. So the thing is, if you have three different types of things, to distinguish them, you only need 2 bars. 2 bars are enough to distinguish them. Okay? Because you don't need a bar to start with, and you don't need a bar to end with. Okay, so you need k minus 1 bars to distinguish k different categories. That's why there is a -1.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, so you would have n of these things, 1, 2, 3, and you would have 1, 2, k minus 1 of these. Okay, so in total you have n plus k minus 1 things. Okay, and you have to find out the position of bars. Okay, which means that you need to, among all these things, you need to choose which one of them are the bars. Okay, that's your answer. And there are k minus 1 bars because each bar can distinguish between 2 different categories or types.
Great, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sure, good. Anyone else? Okay, so it's another example. You have a large number of coins, and they are divided into 4 piles according to whether they are pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. I don't know if you're aware, these are 4 different types of coins that you find in the US. How many ways are there to select 25 coins from these piles? Okay, so you have to select a multi-set of 25 coins, and the choices are pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Again, the answer is going to be 25 plus 4 minus 1, choose 3. Okay, another way to think about this problem is in terms of bins and balls. Let's say you have your n, which is the size of multi-set to be selected, and let's think of them as balls, and let's think of the number of varieties as bins. Okay, so for example, in here, the number of ways to place n indistinguishable balls into m distinguishable bins is actually, I think, I'm going to explain it to you, but I think this is more convoluted than the previous explanation. Okay, but let's see. So this explanation, for example, in this case says that you have, let's say, 3 bins, okay, which correspond to 3 different types of I don't know, chocolates, and you have to select 5 chocolates from them, and now you need to decide which type each chocolate bar is. Okay, so what you do is that you place those chocolate bars in each of these bins. You throw one ball, and you throw another ball, and you throw another ball, and the number of ways to place n indistinguished balls in m indistinguishable distinguishable bins is bins plus balls minus 1, choose balls minus 1. Why this is true, we'll see. इसकी explanation भी roughly वही है जो हमने अभी देखी है. Okay, balls and bins की हम questions करेंगे अभी, probably in the next lecture.